Here with Scott Gordon, Chief Marketing Officer of ForeScout. Scott, welcome to our stage here at Infosecurity Europe.
Great to be here. It's a fantastic show.
Oh, excellent. So Scott, mobility, mobile security, obviously big issues over the last few years with security professionals, and network access control. So tell us, how has NAC evolved over the last few years?
So with network access control, it used to be all about purely authenticated access, device access to the network. So managed devices would have an agent on them, and the back end of the system would say, okay, is this a known device? If not, put it in a guest network. And that was the extent of the value. Modern day NAC has really evolved beyond that. It's now able to identify all systems, devices, whether it's wired, wireless, whether it's PC or mobile, whether it's managed or rogue, anything touching the network, and then apply policy not only to allow or deny, but to also limit or even fix security issues. So it's a much broader application now.
And the last few years, we've seen the bring your own device phenomenon take off as well, and lots of huge security issues for the professionals in the industry. Let me ask you, what is ForeScout doing in this area to help with their problems and concerns?
Well, ForeScout really took the lead in the market in the NAC space when it comes to securing BYOD and CYOD. Choose your own device, bring your own device, and if you think about it, any device really needs to, when it comes on the network, needs to be identified and then apply a policy. So most of your personal mobile devices are really unmanaged. So NAC acts not only as a defender, but also as an enabler. So we fully integrated with four of the leading MDM solutions out there. Right now, today, Mobile Iron, AirWatch, Zen Mobile, and FiberLink Mass 360. So what we can do is we can not only identify devices that need to be enrolled into MDM, but we can also monitor the device when they come on the network to initiate a profile check, and then we have the ability on the network to actually kick them off if they don't follow policy. So that level of integration is really unique and needed if you're really looking at securing BYOD or CYOD besides guest networking.
We're also hearing a lot about continuous diagnostics and monitoring lately. How is ForeScout involved in this area as well?
So that's the next hot trend. BYOD certainly has brought NAC back to the forefront, but moving forward beyond that, the hottest thing, like you said, is continuous diagnostics and monitoring, or CDM. And the whole idea is, how can a company, if you look at the greater number of devices that a company is now needing to identify and manage, if you look at increased threats and sophistication of threats, if you looked at all the means of access, both including mobile and cloud, now companies need to be able to really, in a more dynamic and faster way, identify systems and respond to threats. So the whole concept behind continuous diagnostics and monitoring is identify all devices, identify the security posture, whether it's NAC performing some of this work, or a vulnerability assessment product, or a SIM collecting logs, and then based on all the correlation that goes on, enable a faster, more dynamic response based on policy to take action to a threat. And that action could also be to actually automatically fix the problem and bring that system back on the network. So cutting down that mean time to respond, cutting down or getting more optimized use of IT resources. And that's this whole theory to really try to achieve more of a continuous compliance.
Right. So we're here at Europe's largest information security show. First, your initial thoughts on the show so far and the floor.
It's fantastic. It's very packed.
Yeah.
So if you're a security vendor, you're at this show for sure.
Right.
And it also is a great way for us to showcase, again, ForeScout Counteract as a platform, not only how we deliver all the capabilities for network access control, but how we integrate with this IT ecosystem to allow for that continuous diagnostics and monitoring capability.
And what do you have on tap for attendees here at Infosecurity Europe? Anything new?
Sure. So we're showing off our MDM integration, but we're also showing off the integration with infrastructure with security management, endpoint management, and also advanced threat protection, which is very hot. So we have integration with a slew of products. So I'll give you an example, and it gets back to that DCM, CDM model. So SIMs can collect logs, and we can provide real-time intelligence to the SIM of all the configuration and security posture beyond logging that a normal SIM would provide. Then the correlation from the SIM can actually send a command to us to take action at the endpoint. Same is true for vulnerability assessment, because scanning is only good as your last scan. So we can literally tell the scanner a new system has come onto the network, and not only that, but a scanner can tell us, hey, that's a vulnerable system, remediate it or take it off the network. And so what we announced at this show is integration with the FireEye platform for advanced threat protection. So now FireEye, when it identifies a threat, not only can it block data exfiltration on the network, but it can actually inform ForeScout Counteract to quarantine the system or isolate it, quarantine it, attempt to remediate it, all dynamically. So we have two-way integration. And again, that gets to the whole play of ForeScout Counteract being a platform.
All right. Well, sounds like exciting stuff. If you're at the show, obviously stop by, and if you can't make it to the show, check out the ForeScout website and more on this partnership. I want to thank you, Scott Gordon, Chief Marketing Officer from ForeScout, for joining me on the couch here.
Thanks for inviting us. Thank you.
Thank you.